Sunday School. I hope that really lively start got you all up and going this morning. Now, I've been around doing these films for the last few weeks. I've been really missing seeing you, and I've loved all the photographs and the videos that you've sent me. But I've also been missing two other people who are very much part of Sunday School and are with me every week. Now, following some social distancing and with some magic, we have...
Hello.
Hello. Lovely to have you both here. Now we're together. There is one thing in Sunday School that we've not been doing each week that I've missed. The news, where you tell us what you've done this week.
So let us find out what the news from Sunday School is.
And here's Amber with her pet tadpole. And out riding Hamish. Keris and Esme's dogs are looking smart after their lockdown groom. Jack and George have set up a child's book swap outside the village hall. And here are Poppy and James at our allotment, where we've all been very busy.
Bertie is back riding again. Finn has been to Seaford and enjoyed a picnic at High and Over on the Downs. The Langton family have ducks. The Hitchells are enjoying their kittens. And Year 6 have their leavers hoodies. Oh, and here is a big moment for Clara.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. She's doing it, she's doing it. Woohoo, keep going.
Ba-ba.
Yay.
Yes.
She did it.
And here's Monty, the new puppy belonging to the Newingtons. And looking at all the messages, quite a few of you have been making things too.
Stefan has been busy baking. Henry has made a deluxe bug house. And Amelie's been busy too.
Hi, I've made some stickers with the help of Gwyneth. All you will need is sticky back plastic, we've got loads by the way if you need any, baking paper and a design on paper. What you need to do is cut and colour in your design, get some sticky back plastic and cover your design with it. And then get some baking paper and put some more sticky back plastic onto the baking paper. A sticker!
And not forgetting our church friends. Here is Chris Hartland, who you usually see playing the organ or leading the choir. At work as a paramedic.
Now, a few weeks ago I was here in the garden and I planted some sunflower seeds. I've been looking after them at home, so let's see how they're getting on. Now, I'm back at home and here's my pot of sunflowers that you saw me plant a few weeks ago. On the church website there is still the activity sheet on the growing of the sunflowers, and in June's copy of the Village Mag, here is the sheet for measuring your sunflowers. So I'm going to get out my ruler and see how far mine have grown, and while I do that, have a look at the pictures of other members of Sunday School and their sunflowers. Lily, Thomas and Freddie's, Bertie and Charlie's, Amelie and Reuben, Stefan. I've measured mine and there's mine at 30 centimetres recorded in June, and hopefully you spotted in that film Stefan planting on his sunflowers, and that's exactly what I need to do next. Now, thinking about planting on these sunflowers makes me think about today's Gospel reading, which is from Matthew. We've got a copy of that available for you to share on the church website to read at home. And it's about Jesus talking to his disciples. Now, like these sunflowers that actually need separating, Jesus is telling his friends, the disciples, that it's time for them to move on, to go out and to start continuing his work on their own. So he wanted them to go out and to teach and to preach and show other people the things that he taught them. And normally if you'd make a journey, you'd pack a bag or sort your clothes. But Jesus tells them that they literally are to go now. And when they arrive, the people they meet will look after them. Now Jesus also says to them that some of the individuals they meet may be like lost sheep. And the disciples need to guide them to follow Jesus' way in life. And Jesus also warns them that not everybody that they meet will perhaps be friendly or kind. But if they're not welcomed, not to worry, just politely leave and move on. Now I'm being quite gentle and careful here as I firm in that soil around this sunflower. And Jesus also said that to his disciples, to take care of themselves and to go gently about their work. Now I'm just going to now start to put in a bamboo cane to support this little sunflower as it grows, and then it will need tidying on. Now I'd like you to obviously take a quiet moment at home. The reading is a little bit tricky this week, so like this seedling here growing, you could do with someone's support to read the story with you. And then using a bit of garden twine here, here's a little support to hold it in place as it grows. Well, I've got lots more of these to plant up, and then I'll need to water them and get myself back to church. So while I'm doing that, here's a little film of this week's make that we made earlier today. Now on the church website, stthomasgroombridge.org.uk, you will find a copy of this worksheet with all of this week's activities. Now we're going to be making a sunflower prayer, and there are two different making versions of this. If you refer to the sheet that's on the website, it will take you through the stages to make this sunflower, but what I'm going to demonstrate to you is how to make one from a paper plate. Okay, so here's my paper plate. You could use any yellow colouring materials you like, but I'm going to use some yellow paint. So I'm going to put that straight down onto the plate, and using a paintbrush, I am then going to start painting my plate. Okay, so here's my paper plate all painted. I even used a little bit of red paint there to add some extra colour. Now the next stage is to take your black paper, and I'm using a cup to draw around and a white pencil, so it's really easy to see the shape that you've drawn. And then using a pair of scissors, I'm going to cut that shape out. Now here's my cut black circle out for the centre of my sunflower, and I'm now going to glue it up and stick it onto the plate like that and press. Now next stage to do is to turn the plate over, and I'm using this felt tip pen here, and you want to divide the plate up like this into about 16 sections. So here's my plate with all the sections marked up. Now I've extended the lines a little bit further down so they come to approximately where that black circle is on the other side. Now taking your scissors, find two lines and go for the middle point between that and cut yourself a curved shape, like a petal shape. And working round the plate, carry on cutting round, keeping these little pieces as you go. Okay, so here's my plate now with all the petals cut out. So let's turn it over and you can start to see the shape of the sunflower being formed. Now, next stage is to use all these pieces that we'd cut out, and what you're going to need to do is using glue, you could use PVA, I'm going to use a Pritt stick, is take one of the little shapes and on this edge here, the bottom bit of the triangle, add some glue, and then watch this. What we're going to do is we are then going to place it behind and stick it in to start making the second row of petals. And what we now need to do is to do that all the way around your sunflower. Now I've finished sticking my second row of sunflower leaves, and look, I'm just going to bend them all up to give a lovely curved effect on the sunflower. And the last stage in this part of the make is to use a bit of PVA glue, pop it into the middle, grab yourself a nice brush, spread it around, and to create the idea of the seeds of the sunflower in the middle, I'm using rice, which I'm scattering on. And here's the sunflower completed at that stage with all the rice in the centre. And now we're going to need to add the prayer. So for that you're going to need to come back to your worksheet and the little words of the prayer. Lord, we pray that you will give us the courage to tell people about you. Amen. Taken from Roots is on the sheet. And here's the prayer that I've cut out from the activity sheet. And now what you need to do very carefully is to snip out each word individually. Now I've got all my individual words laid out here, top tip, cut them out and lay them down in the order of the prayer. I'm going to actually stick my words onto this sunflower and just take each word in turn and stick it onto a petal and work your way round your sunflower. And here's our completed sunflower prayer. Lord, we pray that you will give us the courage to tell people about you. Amen. And perhaps if you don't have a paper plate or lots of card at home, you could make a smaller version like this and actually write the words on yourself to form a badge for you to wear. And the thing I like about the sunflowers, they really are symbols of love and hope and joy. And if we think back to that reading that we've talked about today from Matthew, imagine those seeds, each one of those as a disciple of Jesus. And when it comes to the autumn, each one of those seeds could be out there scattering his words. And now let's just have a quiet moment. And Sarah will now read our prayer for today.
Lord, help us to see people through your eyes, to care and to feel compassion for others. Help us to heal the divisions in our world and to help those who are not as fortunate as us.
So we started with that upbeat song from Disciple Land, and just look at those sunflowers all ready to get up and go. But before we can join them and dance and sing, we just need to say,
Well, I hope you enjoyed making your sunflower prayers.
Why not start each day by holding it and reading out the word?
have a good week.